everybody, your favorite furry fighting game fan here of many different names, Chris Lotus, C Dash, Chrysalid, Chris Badsoul. There are so many others, but regardless, it's me. You know who it is. As you saw with that opening clip there, these are my closing arguments, my final thoughts on who this silhouette is. Now, I want to point out one particular character that I've seen some of you mention that I think is a really solid fit for this silhouette, and that is Jin Fuha. I actually hadn't thought about him at all. I personally thought he was a little bit unpopular, but apparently that's not the case. This isn't hard proof, but I mean it's a little something. You can let me know if it's true or not. I read that he's allegedly a highly requested character for KOF amongst Japanese fans. It says allegedly, so it's unverified. If any of you can confirm it, like I said, that'd be cool. Because I know Marco Rodriguez is like that, but I think people over here in the States like Marco Rodriguez. But yeah, this silhouette is a pretty solid fit for Jin Fuha. Jin Fuha is pretty big, he's pretty muscular. I would say maybe a tad bit bigger than what this silhouette is presenting, but I mean, you know what I've said about them resizing and, playing with, ratios and stuff like that. But the thing that convinces me the most is the head part, because I know he wears like cloth over his head, like a headpiece or a hat or something. I'm sorry, I don't have it. I don't know what that's called, but I just know that I could see that within this silhouette, then like it matches the top of his head at least. Like that's the one thing that I've seen that I think is a dead-on match compared to I could see this being a mask and somebody looking up. I could see that, but I feel like Jin Fuha's headwear actually fits it better. Now, I don't think he has tassels, but hey, what's stopping them from actually putting a tassel on one arm? Who's stopping it? With that being said, I do wonder, one, it would be interesting to see where he would fit in KOF's storyline. Like, is he still gonna hold a grudge against Rio? And I mean, if he does get confirmed, is that also gonna hint at an Eiji Kisaragi comeback? I know a lot of you on my channel really want to see AG back. And on top of that, who would his teammates be? But yeah, I think Jin Fuha is a very solid case. As much as I want him, because I've seen this character mentioned time and time and time and time and time again, I cannot bring myself to believe that this is the Red Dragon. The only way I can see it is if they super heavily, immensely redesigned him. That's the only way. And I mean, it's possible because we haven't seen this character like in a fighting game for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's plenty of time, plenty of space. And seeing who he's based off of, actually a mixture of characters. You got the Great Muta, and you have also some Bruce Lee influences with him. Keiji Muto, the Great Muta, has had many different costumes, some of the coolest masks in wrestling, so who knows, maybe they could fully redesign him and I guess make him a little bit more modern, I suppose. I love that. The Great Mood is awesome, by the way. Always been a fan. Unless they go that route, I can't see this being the Red Dragon. I want him, but I can't see it. And another good guess that I saw is Silver, which is funny because I remember his name being Silver in the one KOF game that he was in. But yeah, Silver, I think would be about this size, although maybe I'm just thinking about it from old drawings, but I thought he'd be a little bit bigger. But I mean, this person's muscular, so still a good fit. But on top of that, I would think that if this was Silver, there would be more going on around his shoulders. Cause you know, I have those fur on his collar of his uniform, all around. I would think that there would be more of that going on. Now, maybe this is playing off of his Bariki 1 design, which is a lot more basic and could be noted with that there. Maybe, because this here, I could see being the one strap that he has, then maybe he probably let it down. Maybe they, it's cloth. This right here was one of the most annoying clues ever, but still got to consider it because I really do think it is key to figuring out who this is. Like I said, Silver, another cool character, would be a really hype comeback, but unless, once again, some crazy redesign, I cannot see that being him. So you're wondering, who is my actual prediction? Well, a couple of you watching may have already heard me say this if you watch the Shattering podcast, but if you haven't, or if you want to just hear me say it again, let's start. So, recall what happened earlier on when we were getting KOF 15 character trailers, particularly the trailer that came out after Iori's. I'll give you a couple seconds. Yeah, that. Joe Higashi was revealed, and myself and many others, you can look in the comments of Joe Higashi's reveal on SNK's YouTube. Nobody saw that coming. You had people like me even questioning, like, oh my goodness, are Iori and Joe gonna be on a team? Like, there's no way, like... That was like a lot of everybody. You'll have a couple of people that be like, oh, I didn't fall for that mess then. Most of you that say that are lying. But anyways, recall that. So, moving on, you got people like me that caught on to it late, and you got a handful that caught on to it early, but we later found out that this was more than likely done on purpose by SNK to coincide with the reveal happening across the street at Capcom, that being Dan Hibiki, who was being showcased on Street Fighter V's Winter Update roughly around the same time. And those of you that don't get the correlation, in the CVS storyline, Joe and Dan won the CVS tournament while you were preoccupied with the final boss. Both of them were even added to the CVS Pro update. They're like on the packaging. Remember that. Now, back to this silhouette. Most of us who have been trying to honestly make out who this is, not wishfully thinking, I'm talking about actually trying to guess. We've been scattered. With other silhouettes, the fandom can usually point to one of 3 possible outcomes on average. This time, everybody's all over the place. If you ask me, if SNK is going to play off of Capcom one time, what's stopping them from doing it again? What did we see from Capcom recently? Lukey boy. Luke. This Luke. I think that SNK is going to respond by bringing out a new character of their own, and this silhouette right here is that very person. I rest my case. To paraphrase one of my favorite YouTubers, that is just me though. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments, and until then, this is Krisu, all those names, Christy, Lotus, C-C49. I love y'all. Y'all that came up with that mess during the podcast, y'all are awesome. I will catch you all when this trailer finally drops. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. I want to see you there once I'm reacting to this. I will see you then. Be good.